Kyrie eleison, Arne eleison, Eros malefac.
Hello, it has been a while, and I haven't done one of these in way too long, but due to a series of factors, including life getting in the way, just running plain out of ideas and getting to the point where it was getting hard to do things, I just sort of fell off the radar. But now I'm back. Because guess what has happened? Wildbow has finally finished with Twig, and he is starting Worm 2. Now, of course, he hasn't actually officially started yet. He's currently doing a prologue thing called Glowworm, which I'm already enjoying the first chapter because it's a PHO interlude, which, is something that I haven't seen in a while because not many people in the fandom managed to do it right. But on the eve of this momentous occasion, I would like to talk about the impact Worm has had on me and others, and this is really just a love letter to John C. McCrea, aka Wildbow, and the world he's created. Because Worm is important. Worm's done a lot of things. Like, after Worm was released, the fandom was always small. The fandom never grew to a size which is big, but, that doesn't matter. Because the fandom is deep, it's intense. As I've said multiple times, there's a high concentration of writers because there's very little chance that people who aren't passionate about writing, about reading, would be able to get through the 1.6 million words. So, because of that, the community is just so rich with good writers, even if the size is small. So, Sturgeon's Law is not as heavily in effect here. We have had a lot of good writers, and we have had a lot of impact, because after Worm, most of the fanfiction follows the same format as Worm. You have a series of arcs, all with a arc title, and then at the end of the arc you have a interlude chapter. That's informed most of the structure of all the fanfiction that we've done. And now I'm seeing some changes but for the first 3-4 years, that was just cookie cutter from 2012, 2013-ish to maybe 2015, 2016. Every single story had that same cookie cutter step, because that's what Worm did. And Worm is a web serial novel. So when some of the writers in our community got out there and decided, hey, I think I can do this now. I think I can follow in Wildbow's footsteps and actually start writing some original fiction, they've gone and done that. We have Cerulean, who writes Heretical Edge. We have Materia Blade with Solar Towers, although to be fair, he's been writing fanfiction for a while. Tananari with Price, Psycho Gecko with World Domination and Retrospect, Beacon Hill's doing original stuff now, Tearshawn's also doing stuff like that, and Lax Creativity has said that he's starting to. So we have a lot of that. And we also have authors. Most notably, Lost Demiurge, aka Andrew Seipel, who is an official goddamn published author, writing the Teslaverse series, which is based on his own original work, which was originally a crossover, OC crossover into the Worm universe, Dire Worm. So that's the impact of Worm from a general overview of the community and what we've done. We still lurk mainly on space battles. Now Reddit is a thing as well. Sufficient Velocity is still there. I don't really care about fanfiction.net, and there's not much of a Tumblr presence, but we have artists now. We have Yun Hakusho, we have Babylon Sheep. It's great, and I think Yun actually got a commissioned piece by Wildbow himself for Worm 2, which was really awesome to see happen. But yeah, the fandom has grown quite a lot, which is wonderful. But I specifically wanted to also talk about what Worm did for me personally, because Worm hit me hard. It's it made me question a lot of my views. It's a goddamn deconstruction, and it's just the epitome of grit, you know. Like, beforehand I consumed a lot of media, but afterwards the one thing that I admired more than anything else was determination, was the fact that people would, you know, grit their teeth and take anything the world could throw at them. And even if they were broken shells, they would soldier on and finish their task, and then they would deal with whatever fucked up things had happened. And that's from Worm. That's from Worm. It really helped me see that things are much more nuanced than most people would expect. That there is no clear line between what is a good person and a bad person, and nobody really thinks of them as the villain. Everyone has their own reasons for doing things. Everyone has a story, a justification, and it all just is so large, and there's so much going on that nobody ever notices. And it's beautifully tragic. But Worm also told me a lot. It taught me a lot. Worm taught me that if you put in the time and effort, if you have enough grit, if you put enough effort, you can do anything. All I need to do to become a good writer is to write, and 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 to read, and to write until I cannot hold a goddamn pen in my hand because it's bleeding. That the only thing that's stopping me is me, that no matter how I do something, if I put in the effort, if I put in the time, if I put in me, I do it wholeheartedly, there is nothing I cannot do. And Worm gave hope to a lost high school student who had no idea what the hell he was doing with his life, and who sort of ambled through his way, and it helped me focus more. It helped me sort of prioritize things, and it sort of upgraded my extreme overcommitment to things to an unhealthy degree. But I'm still here. I do YouTube and I do a lot of other stuff, and honestly, part of that I have to give credit to Wild Mode, to the world that inspired me to reach further than I could normally otherwise. So, thank you. Because that's what Worm's done for me, personally. It's honestly informed a lot of my opinions, it's honestly affected my worldview a lot, and it gave me hope. So thank you, John C. McRae, for the world you made. I'll see you guys next week, and hopefully I can start analyzing and breaking down new stuff. This is so exciting.